Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Just no matter where you are, I'm Ray Orsini, joined as always by my co-host on this MSP Media Network presents ConnectWise PitchIT. That's a mouthful. 2023 Vendor Spotlight. My co-host, Mr. Sean Lardo. How you doing, Sean?
I am fantastic, Ray. I am in New Jersey, lovely, beautiful, balmy New Jersey. August 10th. Here for Channel Pro. Actually, I'm sure my lighting looks horrible because I'm literally in this lobby trying to figure out what the hell to do. But
The darker you get, the better you look. I'm just saying, like, if we completely black it out, you'll be fine. Like,
I'm almost like a witness protection program thing. Like that's what you. That's what I need.
Me Tom Watson in the original Ninja days.
I know. The dark room, sitting in the back. Yes. The only thing different was they didn't distort his voice. If they would have done that, then he'd been like literally.
Oh, perfect.
But yeah, hanging out here at Channel Pro, and just got back from Channel Com with you last week, man, which was
it was a wild week over in Vegas. It was a great time. One of the first conferences I go to that I actually come back and I actually felt refreshed. I mean, I passed out for 12 hours without question, but after that felt great. Like none of the con flu, none of the exhaustion. It wasn't bad. It was an invigorating time.
Invigorating. So, that's a very good choice of words. I really appreciate your vernacular.
And I brought back some toys. So what is this red wand in your face? Are you going full like Twitch podcaster thing or?
Yes, it's my microphone, man. Look at that. Wait, but I can mute it and the light turns on.
Oh, that's awesome. You sound great like that. See, that's what I need so I can tell when I'm muted. So like this is red or not?
Exactly. That's why I got this one, because I think of how many times I have to tell you to unmute yourself, and it's embarrassing. It's so unprofessional, and I don't want to be.
It's so unprofessional. I don't know why I do this. But speaking of why we do this, so for those of you just joining, we are at a different time because the PitchIT contest has been. You have literally people from all over the world.
Yes.
And today is no different. We've done we did the Aussies and the Kiwis. We did the Canadians, right? At one point.
We did.
So we've been all over. And now we're going to do our good friend from Israel. So
the Israelis. Only makes sense.
Yeah, it absolutely makes sense. So for those that don't know what PitchIT is, can you explain it real quick?
Oh, sure. Simple. PitchIT is a Shark Tank-like competition that's sponsored by the 5th year in a running, sponsored by ConnectWise. Actually, we're looking for the best of the emerging vendors. So these are startup vendors that are able to fulfill two major pieces. One is be complementary to our total ecosystem, right? Integrate with us, whatever, right? Second, and also be able to reinvest into the space. Second, and most importantly, though, is to be able to support the mission of the MSPs. I mean, period. Whether you're selling to, selling through, it doesn't really matter, but you have to be there to support them. Now, as I mentioned, it's a Shark Tank competition. So they all must apply. They must be accepted. Once they're accepted, they have to go through a 16-week incubator accelerator program. And what this is for is right now, actually, I think it's important to talk about this right now because we're 2.5 weeks out from the preliminaries, which is when we have 26 vendors in. They're all going to be competing in 2.5 weeks on a live virtual with the channel program with Matt Sullivan, trying to compete to become one of the 3 finalists to advance to compete live at IT Nation Connect in November. If they get free booth space. If 3 finalists they all 3 get free booth space at Connect, which is worth its weight in gold. We know that, but they're competing for the grand prize of $70,000. They're going to pitch live there in front of an audience to win $70,000 for first place. Second place is $30,000. Third place, Marvin B. already determined that he will pick up steak knives from the dollar store. So that's it.
He's a good guy, that guy.
He's such a good person.
No, and so, the 70,000 sounds great. Getting a ConnectWise booth. I mean, we pay a pretty penny for that. So, that's a big deal.
Yes.
Getting on stage in front of thousands of people, that's kind of a big deal.
Yes.
So that's pretty awesome. You're going to be attacked behind you. Oh, shit.
Oh, that's Adam Bolinski.
Rogue Adam. Oh, shit. What's up, dude?
Ray says, what's up, dude? We're running live, as you saw. This is my other live co-host. It's amazing for PitchIT.
We love having fun around here.
Yes, we do. Yeah, he flew all the way from California to Jersey. How about that?
Just to pop in for this exact moment, and that was it.
He's heading back to the airport. He's heading back to the airport right now. So he's done. He did his part.
All right, Sean. So I think it's a good time to introduce our first guest, and I'll do some quick housekeeping. This is live, but this is recorded on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. So if we caught you off guard, your lighting looks a lot better. If we caught you off guard because we're 9 in the morning instead of 1 in the afternoon, you can go back and watch it. I do think this is the best thing to have with your morning coffee, but I may be biased. But Sean, you want to introduce our first guest, or our guest, our only guest?
Our only guest. It's our only guest, dude. So yes, our first and only. Actually, this is a stellar young man, and I say that seriously because he has been so into the program. He has been so tenacious in his approach. He's relentless. He'll message me, and if I don't get back to him, he's already messaged me again, like, "Hey, let's talk." So he's constantly looking for improvement and feedback. So I hope everybody watching can give some feedback while he does this today. He is from Israel, and he's actually ridiculously smart too, by the way. I mean, ridiculously smart, which is weird. He's like, he's not us. Let's just put it that way too.
Yeah,
he's not us.
He actually has knowledge and skills, and
yes.
So, wait, do we want to bring him on then? Because I don't want to look bad.
Yeah. No, we don't. Leave him off. He had technical problems. He's not that smart. But let's bring on Shay Cohen of Kamanja. What's up, dude?
Great, doing good. Thank you, guys. How are you doing?
Doing
Beautiful.
well.
We all made
Great.
it back to
You forget to mention and also know how to throw balls. You forget that.
What did I forget to mention? I'm sorry.
That I know how to throw balls.
That's true. Absolutely true.
Throw balls.
Through the balls. They have on the Channel Con event. They have a football spot. I think I spend an hour every day.
Oh, balls, not balls.
He was doing so. Now I gotta say, so we set up the inflatable football guy, right? And so he was whatchamacallit. So he's trying to do the football, get it into the basket, and going farther back and closer up and front, but relentless. I mean, talk about perseverance, 100%.
Perseverance. It's my favorite word.
I know.
So okay, but did Shay also tell you he played American football?
Yeah.
Where he's from?
Oh, so I did not know that part.
Yeah,
I didn't know we had a ringer. Okay, well, in that case, I expect a little better if you do.
Yes, he didn't do so well then, right?
I was a fullback, not a quarterback. This is why we didn't lose, right? So.
But he made up for it. But the last couple throws, he made up for it. So he
and
finished on the high.
Me too. So.
Jordan on the Bulls, not Jordan on the Wizards. So. So all right. So let's talk about Kamanja. Let's talk about you first. Tell us about yourself. How'd you get here? How'd you get to the ecosystem?
Awesome. So I worked in a startup SMB around 7 years, something like that. And on that, we had an issue about compliance. My expertise is designed application. I worked also as a technical guy, Linux, DevOps engineering, and all around it. And I like a lot of automation and do things quickly and easily. And when I was there, we had an issue with compliance that we need to do. It was expensive, hard, and we asked in Israel from our managed service provider, okay, we need to do it. You know how? You can give us the solution. And back in the days, 2 years ago, something like that, so in Israel, it's as an issue because they didn't know how to offer it to us. And then I just asked them, okay, if you had that solution to do 1, 2, 3, 4, is that something that makes sense to you? 100%. And then start to developing all that solution. And I think in last October we have been in an event in a channel in NextGen. Last October, our first arriving to United States, and since then everything is history. Just I learned a lot, and the first thing that I learned, it's all about friendship and relationship. I'm from technical. I don't know how to sell. I just know how to be friend and how to have fun and how to drink and all of those things. So something's happened.
Something's happened.
I mean, I don't know if you know the goals of PitchIT, but you gotta have to sell a little bit.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Sean. Maybe Sean is going to be mad on me. So
no, but okay, but hold on. That brings up an excellent point. That's the whole goal of PitchIT. The goal is, and we've seen it from seasoned professionals to people, see, when I say seasoned professionals, I mean people that have been doing sales their whole life, to people that are just now getting into sales. They had a technical background like you and me, and so when they go into PitchIT, the whole point of PitchIT is so they can fine tune that craft, so they can get better. And we've seen, I mean, because we do these when we do these weekly, we have a little competition between the two contestants. You kind of get a pass on this one, but we've seen some of the newer people to sales win those contests. So I don't think it gives any kind of advantage. I think the teachings of PitchIT are probably helping out there. Is that accurate, Sean? Is that
Yes, I would say you're absolutely right. So I think what we always find is, like you, Ray, engineering, technology driven. That's why you built something, because you saw a problem, you worked on it, you solved it, right, with a product, a service, or whatever, right? And yes, you could talk about that all day long in depth. What we end up finding is that a lot of times you don't know how to simplify it to the in layman's terms, right? To say, well, this is what we actually do. What's a toothpick do? Picture your teeth. Instead, it's like, so the wood grain came from blah, blah, blah. And I decided that the diameter and the angle should be exactly 90 degrees because
who doesn't like a good cedar, though? I mean, come on.
Everybody loves that, right? They all love that. That's why I talk about cedar, right? But yeah, no, what I found is people that are newer to talking about it, to simplifying, it's like the bad habit thing. They haven't learned the bad habit. So they can learn a good habit, and they learn from people that are coaching every single week that are saying it. And Shay is case in point. When I first met Shay and we had an interview like this, he was very much long-winded about everything. We talked about it, we broke it down, and he was like, okay, I get it. And you'll notice as he talks, he's more definitive in what he's saying, quickly, concise, moving on, So
yeah. Let's put that to the test then. Let's see what this whole Kamanja thing's about. What is this?
So let me summarize all the beautiful words that you see behind you. So Kamanja solving a simple issue that everyone hates, which is compliance, right? So what we try to do here, it's like we simplified compliance for all type of MSPs. Doesn't matter what is the size. How are we gonna do this? It's by enabling them boost recurring revenue, maximize profitability, and provide easy implementation at scale. And it's easy as it sounds, right? So we have tons of things on the platform and talking about education, but that you lead.
Good. What else?
Sorry?
Anything else?
Yeah. We have I'm waiting for Sean comment.
Nope. I'm just waiting. Go ahead. You're doing well.
No, sorry. So are we doing that? It's easy. So we build the processes. We build a processes workflow during that. So without minimal training, the MSP can start doing compliance, and during the journey, just facing what the tools they need, how we need it, how to use it, and it really have all-in-one solution platform. So from the vulnerability assessment to the penetration testing to supply chain management, all of that at once. So easy as that.
Yep. Okay. So, Ray, we have a question on there from Aaron. What kind of compliance? And that's a great question, because I learned that from Ray, because when we were doing VoIP over there, compliance, two different conversations, two different compliances. So what kind of compliance are we referring to here?
So we do CMMC, HIPAA, NIST CSF, ISO 27001, the new one and the old one, GDPR, SOC 2, CIS, and coming more and more.
So essentially, all the major compliances to secure your business and your end users. Okay. All right. There's your answer.
Very cool.
Sarah has a question too. We might as well jump on that. Are you providing policies or just a platform to track them?
It's a good question. So we have we call it on and offboarding. So during the onboarding, you get the employee get the policy, he enter to the platform, it just approve them through the platform, and then you can all the time monitor it and maintain it. So for your answer is policies plus management of the policies, and also tracking them.
Okay, so do you work with other companies because you mentioned like all these different compliances you're doing, right? So are you pulling policy from other industries or other practices or other requirements and using it and adopting it into your platform?
Yeah, so we have our own expertise, and we're using a lot with compliance expert. We do the adoption based on the framework, and when you do this framework, we're suggesting you what policy do you need, and you take it from the big marketplace that we have there. And in some cases, in some progress, you have it automatically added to the control. So you just need to follow, and you can optimize it based on your needs.
So what happens when I don't know where to start or what to do? Because compliance is a very foreign thing to everybody.
Ooh, this is an amazing question again.
I
So
have amazing questions, Shay. I'm really good at that.
yeah, I know. And you have amazing hair. So I'm joking. So we build a process and workflow that it starts from planning the solution. Then you need to implement it. Then you need to monitor, and then you need to make an improvement. Compliance is a journey. It's not one time and then it's done. So the processes that we build, it's letting the MSP, even without open the framework based together with our training sessions, it's like on the onboarding process. It's going through the platform without even read the compliance. What does it mean? Just go through it.
But
And
so
everything
we
is
have-
embedded in the platform.
Okay. So we have some other questions here. The always ever question, channel only.
Yes,
Actually,
we sell only
I
through
think they
channels.
got answered. I think they got asked
Yeah.
twice actually. Now that I look at it.
Yeah, we're selling only through channels.
Okay. And what about can you brand it?
Right now, we are not part of it, yes. Not all of the platform, part of it, yes.
So
Oh.
what can you white label then?
Reporting. We have automation executive report with AI that generate automatically the report. So that's what you can white labeling. It's not
So-
like a metadata report that we have it too. It's like if you want to share with the client a risk assessment report without writing any code, it generated automatically, and that can be white labeling.
So basically, whatever I'm doing client facing is white labeled.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's what the important piece is there, right? I don't.
Yeah.
You know, Aaron, and correct me if I'm wrong. I think the important piece is that you can white label to your end user so they don't know there's another party involved. We'll wait on that. Yes. Okay, good. That's what I
there you
figured.
go. Yes. Oh, that was quick.
That's quick, right?
All right. So here's the dreaded pitch time.
Yes.
How you feeling, man? Are you feeling like you got this, or what?
You better.
Hope so.
No.
I mean, you have no
no.
competition. You can't
You
lose
know-
this one. So.
But you know what though? You should have this because we worked on this, right?
Absolutely.
Yep, you're ready.
You got this.
You
All
better
right.
be.
When the timer starts, it's your 30-second pitch, and go.
So we are Kamanja, and we are simplified compliance for MSPs. We're helping them we enable MSP boost recurring revenue, maximize profitability, and provide easy implementation at scale. How we do it for them? It's by simplifying all the workflow and the processes, technical and non-technical, reducing 50 to 70% by an operational cost, and do compliance in a few clicks.
Bang.
Not bad.
Yeah.
3 seconds left. Pretty good.
Could-
Pretty
Could
good.
have been about,
How
could
did
have
you
been
do,
about
Sean?
7. Could have been about 7 seconds. You stumbled. You lost confidence in yourself. while you were talking.
Yeah, I'm
You
sorry.
already
I'm excited. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Nothing wrong with that. You did well. I would say you can slow down a little bit because you had time.
Give me
You
one
should
minute. Give me a minute, please, so I slow down. Sorry,
No.
joking.
Nope. You don't get that. Nobody gets that luxury, right? But
Yeah.
no, very well. You talked about what you guys did, the problem you're solving, and you actually broke it down real quick into the few compartments and elements of how you're solving. You know, so you actually catered to multiple groups within it. So that was good. So good job. I think the only thing I would say to work on is, again, breathe, take a second, slow it down.
Well, I mean, to be fair, though, I mean, it's really obvious that Shay is really excited about this, really passionate, right? Like,
Agreed.
you know, and I get that. I completely get that. You're getting
So do I.
kudos from Adam and from Sarah out there. So
Yep.
you did a good job.
You
You
did
know
do a
what,
good
though?
job.
Our audience is more technical, so I think they also appreciate that excitement. So, you know, nothing wrong with that, man, at all.
That's fine.
Um,
It's
nothing
fine,
wrong.
but it need to be better all the time.
Well,
better.
oh, it's
So,
the The only thing that's wrong about it is because if you stumble and you're presenting live, you have 5 minutes. If you stumble too much, you go over your time, you automatically get deducted, right?
Yeah.
You have to
No,
follow
you're
the
right.
parameters given you by whoever's purchasing from you, right? That's how it works.
Yeah.
But you were spot on everything. You delivered the right message, which is the most important piece first off.
Thank you,
So good
sir.
job.
I think you did the best pitch of anybody on this episode today. So congratulations.
The first and the only one.
I actually ran. I ran the pool in the background. You
Yeah.
amazingly, you're the first person to get the 100%. It was, you know.
That's true.
You keep
All right,
joking
Sean,
on
you
me
want to
and
grab
then I
some
say,
more questions here?
Do we
so
have any?
we
Oh
do
yes,
have
we have one. Richard there. Pricing is a question. So, how's pricing look for you guys? Is it on the website?
yeah, no, we are not sharing on the website and on live. It's only when we do some demo, something like that. But I can tell that our pricing is based on land and expand approach. So we're helping MSPs enter to their client because compliance is now in a baby step. So this figure it out and we build our platform in that way. You're starting from risk management, our AI and smart reporting, helping you to sell your solution to your client, and then you can grow for easy step to compliance. So it's the pricing based on users. And it's for MSPs, of course, and it's based on a model of land and expand, which in helping you not doing a project and bang, it's helping you do it as a recurring revenue. Easy.
Perfect.
Okay.
So you're enabling them to actually grow their business as well.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
At scale.
Yes, at scale, correct. Is there an API?
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome.
Okay. RESTful API, SOAP, XML.
Yeah, RESTful API, yes.
Okay, cool. Actually, I haven't seen the question, so I'm very surprised. Integrations. What integrations do you do?
So currently we integrated with Azure AD to collect all the company infrastructure. Now we're working on ConnectWise is right now on developing, and many more solution, many more platform that we're running behind the scenes right now. But this is the majority.
So yeah, I think it's Sarah. Oh yeah, integrations. So
Yeah,
I think it's important to note that Shay and Kamanja are going through the certified integrator program with ConnectWise now, which is a big
Awesome.
deal, especially considering you're a security compliance company. That securities check that we put through is dead serious, and if you don't pass it, you don't become a certified integrator. That's just all there is to it, and that's investment. That's a big investment for a company. You know, not only money wise, upfront to us, but money wise because of people. You're like working on that every day.
Yeah,
Well,
so-
I mean, we have so many, and I know it doesn't stop breaches, it doesn't stop data leaks, but there's so many vendors that come out to the space that having code review, having security audits, it's an enormous deal. So to come out of the gate and say, yeah, we did this already, that puts you on a leg up, especially like Sean said, at its core, you're a security company, right? So
it's that much more important.
Yeah.
No, you're absolutely right. I mean, how many companies we've seen in the years that have come and gone because of these things, right? And how many MSPs have been affected because of these things, and how many end users have been affected by these things. I mean,
Yeah.
really,
even big companies. I don't want to name names, but
So,
I love
yeah,
that was a nice call.
I can tell you that our solution is developed for MSPs. It's not. We develop it with MSPs for MSPs. So even from where the data is stored, we're working on hybrid gov. Now we have a multiple region in the world without a different platform. So you enter to only single platform, and then you choose where the data is. It's designed especially for MSPs. So from that
Nice.
perspective.
So what's next for you, man? What's are you going to another show soon? I mean, obviously ITNC, but what's next for you?
Yeah, we're going to be on IT Nation Secure, of course, in November for
Connect.
this year.
I mean,
Connect.
unless Secure is screwing with me.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, it would be Connect.
Sorry.
It would be Connect only.
Yeah, it will be Connect. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, that's for
Okay.
this year. We just back from China. Yeah.
Well, I wish you absolute best. Sean, you doing any? I mean, you're wearing a PitchIT shirt. Are any contestants over at Channel Pro with you today?
Yeah. We visited. He had Manas here with me. I actually go on stage in 10 minutes, and I'm taking Ed on stage with me to talk.
It sounds like a perfect time to finish because your audio is cutting in and out. So
nice.
Excellent timing. It is. I swear. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. I think you did a fantastic job, dude. We'll see if we can find some video of you throwing the footballs and throw it up on YouTube.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Nice.
man.
There you go.
Sean, best of luck to you on stage. I'm sure you'll
Thank
kill it. Until next time, everybody, thanks for joining us. Take care of yourselves and each other.
Toodles.
Thank you.
This has been a